Hey guys, today I wanted to show the results of my boar testing, including the time it takes to tame, the time it takes for babies to grow up, and the distance boars check around them for other boars to ensure that they're not too crowded to breed. First, we're going to spawn some boars in this 2x2 tile. This area is enclosed except for the half wall on the side that lets the babies get out, but not the adults. I'm going to spawn 5 more boars in front of them. These boars will be too close when it comes time to breed. They're also moved 1 tile away so that they don't get to our food. The breeding boars will refuse to breed because there's too many other boars within range, no matter whether these boars are tamed or wild. Next, we feed our board, and through the power of video editing, I can timestamp how long it takes for them to tame. While we wait on them to tame, I'm going to go over here and show you my other test. The way boars check around them appears to be spherical, meaning the distance applies to height as well. As you can see, there are many boars and babies in this pit. For this test, I simply dug down as far as possible, and later I'll show you a better height example. Despite all the boars, the top breeding pair still produce a baby because they are high enough to not be cramped. The baby falls out under the half walls. If they do happen to get trapped, you can scare them with fire, but if you're not around and they grow up in the top, you can shoot them with arrows to get rid of them. Back over here, these boars are slowly being tamed. While they do that, I've built the structure using a 2-meter wood poles going 5 up. This is high enough the boars won't be cramped. However, using wood, it has very little structural stability at the top. This also makes it hard to build anything that might get you up here to be able to toss food in their pen. Of course, this isn't a building tutorial, this is a breeding info tutorial, so someone smarter than me is likely to come along and make something prettier or more convenient or more structurally stable. I again spawn 2 boards up top and feed them, timestamping the recording. It's important to recreate tests to make sure you have consistent results. After checking on these guys, I found they were already tamed. That's what I get for watching a YouTube video before realizing that making the wood structure now, rather than later, would save me some recording time. It's okay though, because it's just after half an hour since we started breeding them, which, spoiler alert, was how long I already knew it took them to tame, because I've been testing this stuff for a while. Despite barely missing them becoming tame, I went back to finish putting walls on my wood tower. I then moved the other boars back 5 tiles. Remember, these tiles are 2x2, meaning they were moved a total of 10 units away. This only matters because the boars in the pen are 2x2, and if one is really close to the wall, the others need to be that half tile farther back. Afterwards, I take another fly to my pit. I had originally spawned boars in it to test if the top ones would breed, which I found out they would. So I can't immediately tell if some of the babies had grown up or how long it had been taking, but I could show off just how many boars there were. I also dug a way out, but chances are if you're building a boar tower in survival, you'll make something more like the wooden tower, and the pit won't be a problem. Checking back in, these guys had a baby. Now to see if they'll do it again. Our other boars are also taming quite nicely. Let's skip to when they're done. And done. Thanks to video editing, I can see that took 30 minutes exactly from the first taming hearts to 100%. Remember to add in that little bit of time for them to actually eat the food after you drop it before setting your timer and walking away. And there's baby number 1. Back to these guys, and they've definitely grown up. Unfortunately, I don't have baby number 1, nor is start time, so we'll have to use wood tower boars to get the growth time. They also ran out of food, which is why there's not a lot of babies, so I decided to feed them. And also these other guys. Back to our tower, and a baby is born. Now there's 2 piggies in here. I trapped them off to the side so I could get a time for them to grow up while the parents keep breeding. First one grew up. Time from birth to adult appears to be about 50 minutes. Let's keep watching to confirm with number 2. And number 2 is grown. It's a little hard to see at the 50-minute mark, but they got bigger and pushed the other guy out of the way.